In another universe, far from the stars we know, the world was broken by God's dot. It began with the fall of the Otsutsuki celestial beings of unimaginable power, who once sought to consume the very essence of Earth. After Kaguya and Momoshiki, a final remnant remained in secret. His name, Ishikawa, an ancient being who awakened in the void of time and returned with one goal: to drain the earth of all chakra and reshape it in his image. When Naruto confronted him, the battle tore through reality. In the final clash, Ishikawa unleashed a forbidden Otsutsuki relic, an artifact of pure cosmic DNA. It detonated like a supernova. The skies were ripped apart. In the blast, Naruto was the only survivor. But not unchanged. The explosion didn't kill him. It transformed him. The DNA of the Otsutsuki wormed its way into his cells, bonding with his chakra network, rewriting his body. It was not a gift, it was a curse. His friends, gone. Konoha turned to ruins. Sasuke vanished. Kurama, his soul burned to protect Naruto from the corruption. And when Naruto awoke, he was not the same boy the world knew. He was no longer human. He wandered for 3 years, alone, ageless, silent, not even. A vacuum of space phased him. The windless void matched his own internal emptiness. He meditated across moons, walked barren planets, listened to the dead hum of stars that had long gone cold. He spoke to no one, not until he saw something strange, a wormhole, pulsing with violent energy. And he felt it. Pain, desperation, just like his own. Without hesitation, Naruto stepped through. It ejected him into a battlefield. The remains of a shattered Asgardian ship floated in space, torn apart by an unimaginable force. Among the bodies, a flicker of life. Thor. His body drifted, cracked and bruised, his breathing shallow. Naruto approached, his eyes glowing with alien light, and touched the fallen god's chest. A pulse of cosmic chakra surged into Thor. Bones realigned. Blood flowed again. Thor gasped for breath, staring at the figure before him. Who are you? Naruto's voice was soft, emotionless. A ghost. Moments later, a ship arrived, unfamiliar to Thor. Inside, a strange group of misfits pointed weapons at both of them. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Rocket squinted through the glass. We got a shiny blonde guy reviving a space Viking. Anybody else seeing this? Thor sat up slowly. Wait, who are you people? The room fell silent. Naruto didn't talk much. But when asked why he helped, he simply said, because he was dying. He remained a mystery to them. A stranger with limitless power and sorrow behind his eyes. As Thor recovered, he spoke of the mad titan Thanos and the 5 stones he already possessed. Naruto felt something in that name, the same hunger he once saw in Ishikawa. A lust for domination. He stood. Then he must be stopped. Thor, Rocket, and Groot went to Nidavellir to forge Stormbreaker. Naruto traveled to Earth. He landed in Wakanda, glowing with an energy no one had ever seen before. Soldiers raised their weapons. Vibranium sensors lit up with warnings, but T'Challa approached calmly. This one is not our enemy. The Avengers were still scattered, but gathering. Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow, was among them. She noticed Naruto instantly, not because he stood out, but because he didn't try to. She watched him from the shadows, silent, distant, guarded. He noticed her, too. He had no words. She had too many. Their first conversation was awkward. She asked, "You some kind of god?" Naruto shrugged. "Once, I was just a boy." As the hours passed and defenses were prepared, Naruto sat alone on a cliff. Natasha found him there. "Do you talk?" she asked. "Sometimes," he replied. But I've forgotten how to be human. Something in that struck her. She sat beside him, quietly, not to interrogate, but to understand Dot. She asked him where he came from. He told her of the war, of his friends, of Kurama, of the loss of Konoha, of wandering for 3 years without a soul to speak to. She didn't interrupt. When he finished, she whispered, "I lost everything too. I just hide it better." The invasion began. Thanos' children arrived first: Ebony Maw, Kal Obsidian, and their alien army. Wakanda became a battlefield. Naruto fought like a storm. Shadow clones swarmed enemies. Divine, Rasengan tore through ships. His eyes glowed with celestial fury. But then, the skies parted. Thanos arrived. He walked across the scorched fields like death incarnate, 5 infinity stones glowing in his gauntlet. Naruto stepped forward. Thanos raised an eyebrow. "You're not from this universe." Naruto's voice was steel. "And you're not ready for what's coming." They clashed. RSENSHURIKEN met Power Stone blasts. Naruto's Chakra Susanoo absorbed the Space Stone's reality warps. They moved faster than light, slamming through mountains, crashing through time-locked fields. Thanos grunted. Naruto was matching him, even hurting him. This shouldn't be possible. Thanos spat, but Naruto wasn't done. He created a gravity-sealed clone matrix that wrapped Thanos in sealing jutsu, then lunged forward, ripping the gauntlet from his hand in a blinding surge of light. The battlefield fell silent, and Thanos screamed. A pulse from his chest activated a failsafe. Above, hundreds of ships entered Earth's orbit. Warships, Leviathans, thousands of Outriders, all descending. Thanos rose, bloodied and furious. "You forced my hand." The Avengers stared in horror as Thanos' true army arrived. But Naruto, he closed his eyes. And changed. Divine chakra erupted like a second sun. Horns emerged from his head, his skin marked with celestial seals. The sky cracked. He was no longer half Otsutsuki. He was something greater. Alone. Naruto launched into the air and tore through the incoming fleet. Raisin shuriken the size of cities ripped ships in half. Clones hijacked vessels and crashed them into each other. He moved like a god of war, merciless, elegant, divine. The army fell, but Thanos still remained. The two collided again, this time across dimensions. Thanos used the reality stone to twist the ground, but Naruto reformed it with truth-seeking ORBS. The time stone aged Naruto rapidly, but he resisted, forcing his chakra to restore his own youth. Thanos was panicking. "This can't be real." Naruto responded coldly. "Neither is your dream." With one final surge, Naruto summoned his last attack, Otsutsuki Final Judgment, a compression of gravity, chakra, and time, slamming into Thanos like a star imploding. The battlefield was consumed. When the dust settled, Thanos was gone, his gauntlet broken. Naruto collapsed. His divine cloak faded. Blood spilled. He awoke in the medical wing days later. Natasha was there, sitting beside him. "You scared me," she said softly. "I scare myself," Naruto whispered. They shared a moment of silence. Then he asked, "Why are you still here?" She didn't hesitate. "Because you don't need to be alone anymore." Weeks passed. The Avengers rebuilt. Naruto stayed. He trained, laughed, ate meals with others for the first time in years. And Natasha was always nearby. Their bond wasn't instant, but it was real. She helped him heal. He helped her hope. And under the stars one night, she took his hand. He didn't pull away. In a universe full of gods and monsters, Naruto didn't find power. He already had that. What he found was love.